This presentation is tailored for the Research Methods and Communication course. By incorporating advanced AI tools in its development, this movie provides a dynamic and insightful approach to mastering academic writing. Effective communication is essential for success in academia, and understanding how to construct a well-organized scientific article is crucial. I encourage you to view this movie to refine your scientific writing skills, which are invaluable for your academic and professional endeavors. Understanding the structure of academic articles is essential for graduate students as it enhances their ability to critically analyze research, supports their learning in their specific fields, and improves their own academic writing. This knowledge ensures they can effectively contribute to scholarly discussions and advance their expertise, which is vital for their academic and professional growth. A typical scientific article is organized into several key sections: abstract, introduction, methods, results, discussion, and conclusion. Additional elements may include references or bibliography, acknowledgments, and appendices. This structured format helps ensure clarity, allowing readers to efficiently locate information and understand the research scope, methods, findings, and relevance. For researchers, familiarity with this structure is vital for writing clear, effective papers that communicate their findings accurately and persuasively within the scientific community. For your convenience, I have created 10 separate videos, each covering a different section of the structure of an academic article. This approach ensures that you can concentrate on one subject at a time without feeling overwhelmed. Today, we will focus on understanding the structure of an academic article, reviewing the methods section. The methods or methodology section of a scientific paper is where the author details how the research was conducted. This section is critical because it allows the reader to evaluate the appropriateness of your methods and the reliability of your results. It also provides enough detail for other researchers to replicate the study if they choose. Here's a detailed guide to what this section should include and how to effectively structure it. It is important to understand the purpose of the methods section. Replicability. Replicability refers to the ability of other researchers to reproduce the results of a study when using the same methods under similar conditions. This is important in the methods section because it helps ensure that findings are consistent and not just the result of unique circumstances or errors. Validity concerns whether the research truly measures what it claims to measure. It is crucial in the methods section to demonstrate that the tools, procedures, and analyses are well suited to the research questions and hypotheses, ensuring that the conclusions drawn are based on sound evidence. Reliability pertains to the consistency of a measure or method. A reliable method produces similar results under consistent conditions. In the methods section, detailing how reliability is ensured or measured is vital to establish trust in the results across different studies and contexts. Transparency. Transparency in the methods section involves providing a clear and detailed description of the research processes, from the design and implementation to the analysis and interpretation of data. This allows other researchers to understand, evaluate, and replicate the study, fostering an open and honest scientific dialogue. These elements are fundamental in the methods section because they underpin the integrity and scientific value of research, enabling others to trust, verify, and build upon the work presented. The key element of the methods section is to detail the procedures and tools used to ensure the reproducibility and credibility of the research findings. Begin with a brief overview that outlines the aim of the experimental procedures, linking them directly to the research questions or hypotheses. The participants section details the characteristics of the study population, including how participants were selected, their demographic details, and any inclusion or exclusion criteria. Understanding who the participants are allows readers to assess the applicability and generalizability of the study results. It also ensures that the sample is representative of the population being studied. In addition, it should include information on how participants were recruited, selected, and if there were any exclusion or inclusion criteria. Material, equipment, and technology list all materials used, including chemicals, biological materials, or software. Provide details of the equipment and technology utilized, specifying models, manufacturers, and any relevant settings or versions. For software and algorithms, include version numbers, configurations, and any customization. The procedure describes the experimental design and the step-by-step procedures followed, including control and experimental treatments. If applicable, explain the randomization or blinding methods. Mention any specific measures taken to ensure consistency and accuracy during the experiment. Data collection describes how data was gathered, the timeline of collection, any methods used to ensure data integrity and accuracy, and specifying any instruments employed. It's crucial for assessing the quality of the data and ensuring that the collection methods are systematic and bias-free. Describe how data integrity was maintained, detailing procedures for data storage, tracking, and management. Data analysis details the specific statistical or qualitative analysis methods used to interpret the data collected. It includes the software tools, version numbers, and specific tests or models used. Transparent data analysis procedures allow for the scrutiny of the methods used and the validity of the results, ensuring that conclusions drawn are supported by the data. Ethical considerations discusses how the study adhered to ethical standards, including any approvals obtained from ethics committees, how informed consent was handled, and measures taken to protect participants' privacy and well-being. Ensuring ethical compliance is fundamental to maintaining trust in the research process and protecting the rights and welfare of participants. Describe the informed consent process and how participant confidentiality was preserved. Address any potential ethical issues and how they were managed. Quality control and validation explains any steps taken to ensure the validity and reliability of the methods and instruments. Discuss any calibration, standardization, or validation experiments conducted. The theoretical modeling in the methods section of an academic article typically involves describing the theoretical framework or models used to analyze data or predict outcomes. This section elaborates on the assumptions, mathematical equations, or computational algorithms employed to understand the phenomena being studied. It may also include the rationale behind choosing a particular model, its relevance to the research question, and how it helps in interpreting the results. This is crucial for ensuring that the research is replicable and for readers to understand the underlying principles guiding the study. Briefly acknowledge any methodological limitations that could impact the interpretation of results. These sections collectively provide a blueprint of the research study, allowing for the evaluation, replication, and extension of the research findings by other scholars and practitioners in the field. Adhering to established writing style and guidelines ensures the methods section is clear, concise, and reproducible, facilitating peer review and scholarly communication. The following key elements should be considered. Use precise language that leaves no ambiguity about how the study was conducted. Include specific models of equipment, software versions, and settings if they could influence the results. Write in a neutral, objective tone. Avoid making subjective judgments about the methods used. Present the methods in the order they were performed to help the reader follow the progression of the study logically. Depending on the complexity of the study, break the methods section into labeled subsections. This helps organize the information and makes it easier for readers to find specific details. For a study titled "The Effect of Sleep on Academic Performance," the methods section might look like this. The study involved 100 university students randomly selected from the student registry who consented to participate. 50% female, mean age 21 years. Over a month, participants self-reported their nightly sleep duration using a standardized questionnaire validated in previous research. Academic performance was assessed using the students' grade point averages GPAs obtained from university records at the end of the semester. Data were analyzed using a Pearson correlation coefficient to determine the relationship between sleep duration and GPA. This example includes detailed information on the participant selection, data collection tools, and analysis method, making it clear and replicable. The next critical section in a scientific article is the presentation of results, which meticulously details the findings of the research. This section is essential for delineating the data obtained, supported by clear and precise visual aids like tables and figures, and includes thorough statistical analysis to validate the conclusions drawn. It is imperative that the results are presented objectively, encompassing both significant and non-significant outcomes to provide a comprehensive view of the study's impact. Thank you very much for thoroughly watching the methods sections of Anatomy of an Academic Article. To deepen your understanding, I highly encourage you to watch the next video titled Anatomy of an Academic Article Result. This video provides a detailed overview of the key components essential to understanding the results section of academic article. Your engagement is appreciated, and I hope you find this video both informative and beneficial.